Hello and welcome to another video. On this account I cover all things EFL. As you can probably tell by the title and thumbnail, we are previewing Gameweek 31 in Fantasy EFL. Everything on the screen right now, we are doing Gameweek 30 review, teams to target, decent differentials, clearance king something different this time, and Gameweek 31 team selection. I really appreciated the feedback on the last video, so here we go again. We'll go straight into it. Hopefully we can help you all out once again. Now, we had a disappointing game week 30, only 84 points. It's a decrease in a rank. We're down to 155 in the world. This is not the team that I selected in my last video. There's a few changes. We have a different captain here, which cost me quite a few points. That was a wrong decision. When you get to the deadline, just have these random thoughts, and obviously I missed out there. Gale kept 6 interceptions across the 2 games, whilst Johnson only got 7 points. Connor Hall had a incredible 2 games. Couldn't keep the 2 clean sheets, but the 21 clearances in both the games, 42 in total. That is incredible. 7 points in both games just for clearing the ball. Walker kept a clean sheet in his second game, nothing to show for in the first game. Stokes was my differential pick, and he really disappointed. Only 4 points across the 2 games. Now, Stevens, he started the first game, only 2 points, and in the second game he was dropped for Pickett, I believe. He only got 25 minutes in the second game. That doesn't hurt the rank much, as a lot of people had him in his team, but obviously we would have liked him to have started both the games. Port Vale were okay. It was a draw, 2 draws I believe, with 1 clean sheet. Wimbledon were very disappointing, 0 points across the 2 games. So yeah, as I said, we're down to 155th in the world. Everyone knows how good Leeds are. They are unbeaten in the league since November. However, there could be better game weeks to use them, as those are 2 pretty tough fixtures, even though Leeds are obviously going to be the favourites going into it, but I'm pretty sure down the line there'll be better game weeks to utilise Leeds. Now, Bolton, they have had a resurgence under Schumacher, and they have Burton Albion and Bristol Rovers both away in Game Week 31. They are 3rd in the form table, which really solidifies what I said about Schumacher. They're facing 2 relegation threatened sides in Game Week 31. Although that may seem really good face value, Burton Albion and Bristol Rovers will both be looking to pick up points wherever they can get them. Coventry, like Bolton, they have had a resurgence under their new manager, Frank Lampard. They're Stoke at home and Derby away, which are 2 relatively easy fixtures. 8 wins in their last 9 league games, but they don't keep many clean sheets. Coventry may be a team that you haven't used many times this season, so now may be the time to use them. Birmingham, like Leeds, everyone knows how good they are. They are by far the best team in League One. They have 2 home games, Lincoln and Stevenage. They haven't lost at home all season, 17 wins and 3 draws, and conceded 1 at home in the league since the 10th of November. Burnley have 2 home games like Birmingham, and like Birmingham, their home record is incredible. They haven't lost at home all season, they've only conceded 4 at home, although West Brom are a decent side, so I wouldn't be too confident that they could keep the clean sheet and win the game against West Brom, because West Brom are really good. Now, I have a League 2 option here, which is slightly riskier. They have Fleetwood away and Colchester away, 2 tough places to go. Although Port Vale haven't lost in the league in 2025, and I'll be selecting 2 of these sides for my final Game Week 31 team selection. Our first differential is my ender of Sunderland. He's only 0.5% selected, which is, as I would call it, a differential. Got 12 points in Game Week 30, only a single game week for Sunderland, but he scored 2 goals against Sheffield Wednesday, who have a relatively decent defence and who are a decent team. However, before that, he was on a run of 1-pointers, but 90 minutes played in the last game with a great haul would make me and hopefully you more confident that he will get the 90 minutes against Cardiff and Preston North End. Bolton player here in Sheehan. He only got 1 minute against Birmingham in his last game, but he is usually a 90-minute player. He always has a massive haul in him, like in Game Week 27, a 14-point haul against Crawley with 4 key passes, an interception and a goal and assist. Only 0.3% select. I just think he's a great option if you're looking to go somewhere different and hopefully climb up the ranks at a faster rate. Now, I can't believe I'm saying that Connor Roberts, a Burnley defender, is a differential, but at 0.4% selected, you could say he is. He's a fullback rather than a centre-back, so the clearances might not come as much, but he has great attacking threat. Burnley are, of course, the best defence in the Championship. You'd expect clean sheets would come in at least one of those two games. Gameweek 29, a 16-pointer against Sheffield Wednesday, with a clean sheet, a goal, 4 clearances and 2 blocks. If you're looking to go somewhere instead of Esteve or Egan Riley, Connor Roberts is your man in the Burnley defence. Something different this time. We've got clearance kings instead of interception icons. And we start off with someone who I spoke about previously in Hull. Port Vale face Fleetwood away and Colchester away, as I've already said. As I said previously, he did get 42 clearances in Gameweek 30, which is a monstrous amount. He also get 17 clearances in one game in Gameweek 39. Port Vale have a decent defence. They've kept 12 clean sheets this season. Moving on to James Wilson of Bristol Rovers. He kept 19 clearances against Rotherham in Gameweek 30. Got loads of points despite Bristol Rovers conceding 2 goals against Rotherham. I think he's the most locked in Bristol Rovers centre half. However, their fixtures are quite difficult. Have Huddersfield at home and Bolton at home. But as I said, he gets loads of points without clean sheets. So maybe like Huddersfield at home and Bolton at home. I think just for the clearances he gets, he's still a decent option. Finally, we have Johnston of Bolton Wanderers. Bolton face Burton Albion away and Bristol Rovers away. Johnston has 219 clearances this season and he is Bolton's highest scoring defender. And the points don't lie really, do they? So I think Johnston is another good pick. Now here is my Gameweek 31 team selection. I've gone quite safe, as you can see. There's lots of high owned players. In goal we have Trafford. He's probably the safest bet. He is the best keeper in the EFL by far. 16% selected, and I don't really like going for a double defence, so I might be taking him out for another keeper and keep Egan Riley in. There's lots of 50-50s in this team. It could be Clara or Ben Davies for Birmingham. It could be Egan Riley or Esteve for Burnley. My captain is Connor Hall. But Martin Lewis, there's not much to say that I can add on to it, but he's my captain. Had him in my last team. Hopefully he brings the goods again. Sheehan is my differential in this side. Now Rudoni, I'm not sure if he will play in these 2 games after look when the lineups come out. I think I've heard something about him being out or injured or suspended, something like that. But as Frank Lampard's commentary really start to get better and better each week, I think you need to be having a commentary player in there. Mayenda, who could be out for Sargent when the lineups come out, as I'm not sure if he will start in both games. I think the fixtures are really attractive and the Gameweek 30 haul is also very impressive. There were no real dilemmas in my club selections, except probably Leeds, but I've already used them 4 times and I'll save them for a later game week. I've only used Birmingham 3 times and I haven't used Coventry at all this season, so I think now is the time to start using them and save the different options for later weeks. And I think you can't really get much better than Birmingham in League 1, and Coventry are just flying in the Championship. If you want to see my updated team selection when the lineups come out, follow my Twitter at BRFCJacob EFL, and good luck in Gameweek 31.